You're watching semifinal action of the Du Maurier Open, otherwise known as the Canadian Open from Montreal, Canada. Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez watching this match. The server having problems. In fact, Martina Hingis, it's only the 3rd point she's won on serve.
And it's not because she's missing first serves. She's just been very erratic, making a lot of unforced errors. Trying to do a little too much too soon in the point.
Did Conchita hit that shot because she was getting so winded it was time to end it?
I think so, because she was behind the baseline. It was definitely not the right shot to hit. But I think she was the one who lost patience from that point.
Lost patience and lost her wind. Conchita never been a fitness freak. She's a great athlete, but she doesn't always train that hard. 30-15.
She got a little winded in that previous point, and again she tried to end the point with a little angle. She had Hingis running side to side. She also has to be patient and wait for the right opportunities to attack.
First time in the match, Hingis with a couple of game points on her serve.
Terrific cross-court angle from Martinez, pulling Hingis way off the court. Those are the kind of shots Martinez needs to play in this match. Give Hingis different looks all the time. High balls, low balls, angles.
Three attempted drop shots, all failed, leveling things at 3 games apiece. Hingis finally holds serve. Our coverage of the Du Maurier Open continues tomorrow night with the finals. Join Mary Jo and me at 9 p.m. Pacific. That's midnight for tennis fans on the East Coast. Stay up late with us and watch the finals of one of the main warm-up tournaments, the U.S. Open. Will it be Sanchez Vicario or Serena Williams, who plays tonight in the semifinals, play the winner of this match? Locked at 3 games apiece. Serena Williams and Sanchez Vicario played some interesting matches through the years. There was a Canadian Open clash, I guess, about a year and a half ago or so. There was a ball that Serena Williams belted right at Sanchez Vicario and got the Spaniard a little aggravated.
And the Spaniard is a gutsy player. I mean, she's going to run balls down and make Serena work. But if Serena plays anywhere near how she played yesterday, she's going to do just fine.
Look out, look out.
Yeah. Now it's Martinez's turn to hit the unforced errors, get down love 30.
And just a couple of games ago, Conchita Martinez had a point for 4-1 and kind of just played a loose backhand. Quickly, this first set has turned around. And now 3 points for Martina Hingis to finally take a lead in this first set.
The ball getting too high on Hingis. Hingis tries to step in and hit it on the rise. She wants to get it waist level. Right there. Footwork is key when you're trying to move up and attack the ball.
Still another break point. It's love 40.
There's that low toss we've seen in the past, Pam.
Now this is where it'd be good for Hingis if she had the guts enough, and we know she's not shy on guts, to really step around and try and be very aggressive with the second serve. That forehand swing volley just lands inside the line, earning herself a lead in this semifinal of the Du Maurier Open. Martina Hingis serving for 5-3 when we come back.
As technology grows,
again, that great depth on that backhand right in the corner sets up the easy volley for Hingis.
Talk about Hingis' accuracy. At the end of all her matches this week, she's been doing a little target tennis, having some fun with some spectators coming out and seeing if they can hit a target, and then she steps up and hits the target more times than not.
Another one right there, and she gets a great kick out of that. She's very competitive on and off the court. It's a big challenge for her. And even when she's playing cards or playing ping pong, she wants to win. She gets upset when she loses.
She ever throw the deck of cards?
I've seen her get pretty upset with that ping pong.
Ping pong. Smash it. Oh yeah, you can hear Hingis acknowledging the winning slice backhand from Martinez. Talk about accuracy.
Hingis expecting that slice to go cross court. Didn't get anywhere near the service line to be able to cut it off.
That's 4 straight games for the #1 player in the world. Looking more comfortable out here at Jerry Park in Montreal, Canada.
5 games to 3.
Looking to move in. You can see her with that great forehand volley grip, that time on the high one. Now serving to stay in the first set, Conchita Martinez.
What a turnaround. I mean, Hingis was making all sorts of mistakes, being very impatient. On the other side, Martinez was moving the ball around the court, hitting angles. And now she's playing very defensively.
tried a little bit of a cute angled high forehand volley. Usually the angles are better if they're down lower. If you can get any power on this, really you should just go ahead and smack it, instead of trying to carve around it.
She would have been better off swing volleying that one.
Started off, interestingly enough, with a slice serve, catching Hingis off guard, off balance. She wasn't quite sure whether it was coming the forehand, backhand. Crowd didn't like a couple of calls in the middle of the point, and that's why Conchita is upset there. And the chair umpire reminds the crowd to please be quiet during points. This used to be a baseball stadium, so I think every once in a while someone gets their baseball fan approach.
And it's interesting that second serve Martinez hits is coming with a lot of slice, and the easier ball to hit would be a forehand. But you see Hingis running around and hitting a backhand, her favorite shot, but it's the tougher shot off that serve.
2 set points.
First set. Martina Hingis comes from 1-3, game point for 1-4 down to take the set 6 games to 3. She's 1 set away from getting to finals of the DeMaurier Open.
If you want more chases, more kisses, more laughs, more chills, more thrills.
And most of Hingis's 13 errors came in the first 4 games. In fact, she only lost 6 points in the last 4 games of that first set.
Both players playing a little streaky at times, playing some good points and then throwing in those unforced errors. You expect Hingis to have more unforced errors because she's trying to do a little bit more. She's trying to come into the net, take the ball on the rise. Therefore, she's taking more chances. But Martinez, on the other hand, should be a little bit more conservative. She's got a lot more spin on her shots, a lot more margin for error. Shot went the wrong way. Hingis was just standing there, never moved a foot.
30 long.
It's a tough approach shot when you go into your opponent's forehand. She had to cross over, cover more court. It's better to keep the ball in front of you.
Again, if one of the Williamses was that net there, they would have had that shot. Hingis has got to get the extremes down even better right now. And to do it in a match like this would be really good for Hingis's confidence. Get really close to the line. Wow.
Great return of serve from behind the baseline. A lot of acceleration on that forehand side to create the angle.
Nice backhand volley, Mary Jo. A little bit of that side spin action as well.
Hingis has such soft hands, you can really adjust to wherever the ball is. And right there, she did cut underneath it. The ball went away from Martinez. Good play.
point from the #1 player in the world after running all over the court. She wins her 6th game in a row, up 1-love in the second set.
First game, second set.
Hingis having to do a lot of running, but
Well, the
able to change it up.
Men are playing the tournament down in Indianapolis. Join ATP action and see Leighton Hewitt. Nicholas Lepenny went out. He was the defending champion, round of 16. #1 player in the world in the ATP point weights, Gustavo Kuerten. Got Marat Safin playing Tim Henman later on ESPN2. 10 o'clock tonight. Join Mal Washington, Luke Jensen for the call. Everybody's getting their acts together for the U.S. Open. 9 days and counting. And right now in this match, Hingis has her act together. And what can Conchita Martinez do?
Well, for one thing, cut back on the unforced errors. And I think #2, she needs to start using her forehand again. That's her big weapon. That's the shot that she can play offensively with, pull Hingis off the court, and that's what she did in Berlin. I don't think just moving the ball around and chipping it is going to cut it on this faster surface. Hitting drop shots, Hingis is too quick. She's reading it well. It's not good enough.
Well, also, Conchita Martinez usually takes her time a little bit more. I feel like she's just rushing a bit. The crowd will make her slow down a bit here. I think they're trying to encourage her to get things back together. Triple break point. You mentioned Hingis' doubles exploits this week with Tozia in the semifinals. Conchita Martinez played with Sanchez Vicario. They lost first round. They're trying to team up together leading into what is their 3rd Olympic Games coming up in a little over a month.
They won the silver medal in Barcelona in 1992 and the bronze medal in Atlanta in 96. So pretty impressive. They're going to the 3rd Olympics and with a good chance to win medals again.
They'll be happy to see you not in the draw. Of course, you and Gigi Fernandez won the gold medal both in Barcelona and in Atlanta. About 6 or 7 of those marathon points, and Hingis winning that one.
Again, Hingis coming into net. Great firm volley. You see her give that fist. That's a good sign from Hingis. She's intense. She's the one playing inside the baseline and pushing Martinez 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline.
It was really good to see her move forward so well for that volley, because if she had waited, would have dropped below the net. 7 games in a row for Hingis. 2-love, second set. We just mentioned the Olympic Games, and Martina Hingis, she's not going to be there, but the United States has a pretty good-looking team, but there's a little controversy going around because of Serena Williams being on the team. She's not on as a singles player per se, but as a doubles partner to Venus. Lisa Raymond of Wayne, Pennsylvania, has had a great year in doubles, sits atop of the Sanex WTA Tour rankings at #1, the winner of the Australian Open title this year, but she plays with an Australian, Renee Stubbs, doesn't have a usual U.S. partner, and they've put the Wimbledon winner, last year's U.S. Open winners, the Williams sisters, as the doubles team, but it's going to arbitration.
One of the few unforced errors in a while from Hingis, but what a tough decision to make, Pam. Here you have Lisa Raymond, who's played all year, has played really well, is ranked #1. But then the Williams sisters, every time they play, they win, and they are a team. So you can't really fault Billie Jean King for nominating them.
No, it's a very difficult situation. I actually blame the entire tour and the women players in general, because the rankings should count. The women decided they did not want to go the same way as the men's, where this year the Olympic Games are counting towards the ATP Tour rankings. Therefore, the Olympics allowed a change in the entry system to allow more players from each country.
An extra singles player and a doubles team. And that would have allowed Lisa Raymond to be on the team.
Well, Martina Hingis up a set and has a lead 2-1, but Conchita Martinez finally back on the scoreboard.
When I go, I go. I get in the zone and everything gets left behind, especially my old antiperspirant. It never kept me dry. This one is new. High endurance red zone. The strongest form of wetness protection ever made, just for guys who sweat big. Nothing is stronger. High endurance red zone absorbs in the skin to help stop odor and sweat where it starts. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. Come on, take a dry run in the red zone. Intense protection for intense people.
Oh, leave me alone. Why miss calls when you're online? Get free internet call waiting when you switch to Sprint 1000. Oh, yeah. Call
Today at 2:30, watch the X Games. And the X Games starts tomorrow on ESPN beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, my X Games career ended early when I fell off a skateboard at 11 and broke my arm. Tennis, much safer.
Hingis finally getting a good angle off the overhead. Hasn't been able to put any of them away till that one.
Thought that was a little slower swinging action than normal, and it's already a pretty slow serve. A lot of spin on the Martinez delivery. Got awkward, didn't it?
Took a while for Martinez to put that point away. She had a couple opportunities in the beginning of the rally where she hit big forehands, but finally there hits the big forehand and plays it really close on that overhead.
Yeah, kind of got down the way her toss gets sometimes, just above her head. Winner cross court gives Martinez a fine point. You're watching semifinal action of the DeMaurier Open from Montreal, Canada. Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. We like that shot of Conchita Martinez, but she hadn't had too many of them since leading 3-1 with a point for 4-1 in the first set. Since then, it's been all Hingis except for the last game.
Hingis trying to attack that second serve. Trying to get it early, direct it down the line.
And now Conchita Martinez with a mini comeback in a set from love 2 down. It's now 2-all. So a real up and down match. We'd like to see both players play their best tennis at the same time. What about right now?
There we go. Easier overhead. A little punch on it.
15.
It's this windy, and one of the key things, you just keep taking little steps. You can always see the back of the courts, and the wind really is moving those ribbons around, the banners.
Great adjustment by Martina Hingis. Hesitated a little bit whether she should come in or not. Decided to take the gamble, and it paid off.
Oh! 40.
Server having one of the few easy games so far, 40 love. In the 8th game of the first set, Hingis had 40 love on her serve, but lost the 40 love point, just like there, 40-15. Never an easy volley, the shoe top volley. Martina Hingis up 3-2, 3 games away from a spot in the DeMaurier Open Finals. We'll see what happens at the U.S. Open.
Hingis likes to date athletes. Dated a few tennis players in the last year and a half. It really feels that it's good for her boyfriend to understand what she does. And it makes a difference because tennis players have a very strange life. They go from week to week to different places. It's always a long distance relationship.
Hingis likes tennis players. Kornikova likes hockey players.
Hey, why not? Even Lizzie Davenport has a boyfriend.
That's right. Huh?
John Leach, yeah.
Guy who used to play the tour. Rick Leach's brother, Jonathan. Love 30.
Return by Hingis setting up that point. Took it nice and early inside out. Got Martinez off the court. The type of play she's got to do more often. Take some more chances off that second serve.
3 big points. Almost got away with it. Knew she had to come up with something desperate. She was way outside the doubles court.
And if it would have gone over, it would have been a winner. Martinez was nowhere near to move for this drop shot.
Rats. example there of the slice backhand of Conchita Martinez really doing a lot of damage. I feel like she's getting more oomph on that. And I think that's something that Terabini maybe has told her, that she really needs to get more pace on the slice backhand.
And that slice is what sets up that forehand. That's what Steffi Graf used to do. She used to slice low and then look for that short ball to move around and hit the forehand. And that's definitely what Martinez needs to do. Good play again by Martinez. Whenever she's leaning into that slice, it goes through the court more, penetrates, and gets her opponent onto their back foot.
Good job from Conchita Martinez to come from love 40 down, back to deuce. Crowd likes her effort in this game. You can see the wind blowing that banner in the back.
That drop shot from Martinez has not been effective today. It's a dangerous shot, especially in the wind. It's a dangerous shot anytime, but when it's windy like this, you really have to be careful when you play it.
Best time to play it with windy conditions is into the wind, because the wind will stop it, hold it up, make it bounce closer to the net. From Hingis there. She liked that backhand winner down the line, and why not? She was in all sorts of trouble. Conchita Martinez with a high forehand volley.
Hingis is dangerous on that backhand side when she's on the run. Again, she pinpoints that corner so well.
Good to hear the crowd getting into it. Set in 4-2. Martina Hingis seems to always enjoy when the crowd gets into a match.
I think most of the time Martina Hingis really enjoys herself on the court. She likes to play tennis. She has so many shots. She has to work so hard for her points that she really appreciates when she's playing well and when her opponent is playing well. Like that. You usually get a smile out of Hingis afterwards. You try to come in and sneak in, and Martinez just came up with a great little cross-court angle off the backhand side.
Well, Hingis is a lot of fun to watch right now because she has more variety than the big power players. It's a little David versus Goliath right now in women's tennis, and even though she's still #1 in the world, some people might start to cheer for Hingis even more, hoping that she can stand her spot and face all the power players today. Another close call.
And I like to see the fact that Hingis is trying to do something by getting fitter, getting in better shape to play against the power players. That's just a great sign of her mental attitude of wanting to stay on top. A lot of times players get up there, like in the men's game of Mats Wilander, and then he kind of slows down and says, okay, I've achieved enough, but not Martina Hingis.
Mats Wilander back in 1988 won 3 of the 4 majors in men's tennis, but of course he was a veteran player by then, whereas Hingis has won 5 majors before her 18th birthday. Now been a little bit of a drought. Point for 5-2. Another string broken. And that messes Conchita Martinez up there with a backhand. Martinez now 1 game away from losing this semifinal. Martina Hingis up 6-3, 5-2. DeMaurier Open from Montreal, Canada.
Is it possible to drive a car?
It never kept me dry. This one is new. High endurance red zone. The strongest form of wetness protection ever made, just for guys who sweat big. Nothing is stronger. High endurance red zone absorbs into skin to help stop odor and sweat where it starts. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. Come on, take a dry run in the red zone. Intense protection for intense people.
Conchita Martinez serving to stay in this semifinal.
Well, both players have had a tough time in the wind today. They've been streaky. There have been periods where each player has gone through some unforced errors. But Martina Hingis has been the one to control it better and play a little bit more offensively at the right time. First drop shot that pays off for Martinez. Martinez attempted this 4 or 5 times in this match. This is the first time she tricks Martina Hingis, and Hingis not happy about it.
That's twice we've seen the Hingis form on the kick, on the soccer kick. Both these players, of course, from Europe, where football or soccer really rules the sporting scene a lot of the year. Hear the voice of Stephanie Reedy, the cheer umpire, helping out the ball kid with a little bit of instruction.
Hingis has continued to come to net, to play aggressively. She started off shaky in the beginning, making some errors, but she persevered. She's so good when she's coming forward. She's got such good feel at the net, such good sense of where the balls are going.
Trouble now for Martinez after 40 love. It's now deuce and just 2 points away from finding herself out of this DeMaurier Open. What you're talking about, Mary Jo, taking the initiative. Hingis coming to net and earning herself a match point. Well, this semifinal started with a fantastic point, and it ends with a beauty as well, as Martina Hingis turning things around after being down 1-3 and a point for 1-4, Mary Jo.
Well, it was a big mental match for Hingis. It was tough conditions with the wind. She had lost to Martinez last time, and it's the first time she gets through to the final since before Wimbledon.